While I have this machine out for service, thought to give you a quick look. This is the Victor Victrola handmade Victor Victrola. The serial number is 97843. That could have come from the original parts machine that gave up its motor and other hard parts for this. I'm assuming somebody had a Victor Victrola 50, probably in the 1940s or 50s. And maybe there was something wrong with the case, water damage, fire damage, who knows what. Anyway, you can tell right away by the grain of the yoke that Victor did not make this. You know, Victor always used that quarter sawn. This is not. But, well, actually some of it is. If you look back there at the horn, the interior horn right here, that's quarter sawn. I just thought I'd give you a look at how closely they managed. Whoever built this, it's unknown. Whoever built this, this is how closely they managed to keep it to the original wherever possible. Really, the only deviation is in a couple of the screws, which is minor. But look at the inside of the case here. Just like Victor did, the cross support here and the corners, that's all copied from the original Victor. The brackets are from the original Victor. And if you look at the top of the horn here, this is all as Victor did it. Notice the curvature there. It curves here, flat here, and then it curves here to the top. That's all Victor's design to allow the lid to be used as sort of a reflector for the sound, for the horn. Being that this is, they copied a late machine, probably 1923-25. It has the needle holder and the side-mounted crank and the later style, the last style of Victor motor. This has all been serviced. I just have to, because it's been sitting a few years, I want to oil up the friction leather, stuff like that. You can see a little bit dry, so I want to take care of that. It has the last version of the horn, which doesn't have the horn crane on it, and it has, you know, the abbreviated metal here. You don't see any of it. When it's tucked in there, all you see is the wood. An enormous amount of work went into this. Had to. I mean, they duplicated the Victor corner joints here perfectly. The lip right here had the Victor, had a little dirt on there. The lip that Victor used all around, which is carved into the wood. It's one piece with the wood. All as Victor did it. It's too bad they didn't sign it. This level of work deserves to be signed and known, but guess we'll never know. This is a one-of. In the entire world, there's not a single Victor Victrola 50 that looks like this one. Unless this man made more than one. Who knows? But each one would be unique and individual. You see everything is the same as a regular 50. The handle's in the same spot, attaches the same way. Everything, the lid stay is the same. All the parts are simply transferred over from whatever parts machine they had. The way they've attached the record hold down, because this machine is designed to take, I think, 6 records on the turntable. And this 23 to 25 model, not the early model, they didn't hold records onto the lid. The crank's in the right spot, the clips, all of that. All the cabinet corners, as you would expect. And that's all as Victor did it. Really, really good quality work. And of course, number 2 reproducer. That's actually one of my reproducers. I forget what was actually on this when it came in. I don't think it was a number 2. It was some aftermarket 40 style replacement, which I took off of there and I put the real one back on. Even if it is gold plated, because I had some extra gold plated ones with no machines to go with them, so I made one and put it on here. Now we'll play it in a little bit, just so you'd like to have a look at what a homemade Victor Victrola 50 can look like, if you really have the skills and the materials to do it. You notice what's missing though? The chalk marks that Victor employees would put on them as they were being assembled in the factory. That's missing. I guess when you have a one-of, you don't really need to have assembly markers on there. I would guess, what, 50 hours of work here? Maybe 60? Fitting all of these pieces, getting them just right. And dimensionally, this is a perfect match to the 50, to a Victor 50, regular one from the factory. Every dimension is perfect. You put this right next to the factory one, and the only thing you will notice is a difference in the grain. Nothing else. Everything else looks exactly the same from the outside. Had they used mahogany, you wouldn't even notice that. But I guess mahogany was probably pretty expensive, so they went with, or their original machine was oak. But I liked oak. Who knows? When you're building your own machine, you do what you want. And there you go, a look under the hood of the homemade Victor Victrola 50. Well, the wood part anyway, not the metal.